What's going on? Hello, YouTube. It's your boy, Coach Sauce, bringing you some Week 4 action. This time, interconference play. Edmonton Eiscues versus your Kalamazoo Raichu! I don't know if any of you saw, but we were the undisputed Week 3 power ranked champion of the leaderboard. Nah, but thank you for your love and support. All you diehard Kalamazoo Raichu fans. Means a lot, you know. And, but the team this week getting really tested by Coach Lanky Paul and the Edmonton Eiscues. And so, without further ado, let's take a look at the teams that these Canadian boys brought. Starting off this week for the Edmonton Eiscues, we got Robot Chicken. Skarmory bringing the Okaberry, looking to maybe predict that fire type move action and lessen a bit of that damage. And as we see here, 4 HP, 252 attack and speed, and the Jolly Nature. Yes, we have an offensive Skarmory set. Roost, Drill Peck, Sword Dance, and Rock Slide. Cool. Next up, Meowstic, female version for the first week with the Life Orb and competitive. Getting the 4 in defense, max speed, and special attack, timid nature, rounding out with Calm Mind, Psyshock, Shadow Ball, and Energy Ball. Next up, we got Savali, and this boy went fairy mode, kicking up that RKS system. 252 attack, 252 speed, Jolly Nature, going for the multi-attack, Psychic Fangs, Iron Head, and Defog. Next up is the Lycanroc Dusk, who is equipped with a Choice Scarf this week. Max attack, max speed, Accelerock, Close Combat, Drill Run, and Stealth Rock. Next up is the Jkkayy, bringing Black Sludge and adaptability. Pretty sweet set here, actually, with the Black Sludge with Toxic, Protect, Draco Meteor, and Haze. You just send off a Meteor, and you haze yourself and any type of people trying to set up in your face while Toxic stalling them out. And knowing that I don't have a fairy type besides Grimmsnarl, it's a pretty big pick. So, and lastly, don't let the lack of an image fool you. Chunky Chocobo with the Choice Band, getting Thunderous Kick, Blaze Kick, Brave Bird, and U-Turn, going again max attack and speed. So that's your Edmonton Eiscues for the week. You know what time it is. Raichu time! Alright, so this week we brought Wingding again. Instead, going for a little bit of a cool set. We're going Nasty Plot, Heat Wave, Shadow Ball, and Substitute. I was figuring just to kind of set this thing up in front of Skarmory, but, you know, you'll see how the game just turns out here. So enough speed to kind of outspeed most things on his team, except for Excelgor if he brought it, which he did not. Ponyboy up next. This thing, Mudsdale, super tank. I recognize that he had a lot of physical attackers, so with stamina and just max defense, I was going to just try and stall him out here with leftovers. Getting the Stealth Rock, Earthquake, Smackdown for a lot of his flying types, and Toxic. Next up, Jester Molester, the Grimmsnarl with the Light Clay, giving that Prankster max HP and special defense, going grabbing dual screens, Taunt in case he wants to set up, a little bit of spike action, and Sucker Punch. Next up, Cobalt with the Assault Vest. This boy, main investments in the special defense and then a bit of a split between HP and attack. Getting that Careful Nature to buff that special defense as well. This thing is my special wall against him. I brought Volt Switch, Sacred Sword, Mega Horn, and Stone Edge. Now in hindsight, I wish I brought Zen Headbutt instead of Stone Edge, as you will see. Because Stone Edge is a terrible move. Terrible move. Dane Cook! Choice Scarf with the Dry Skin this time. No Sunshine shenanigans. And max special attack, max speed, Modest Nature to give it the extra punch, and just the typical Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Surf, and Hyper Voice. So this thing with the Scarf, making sure that it outspeeds anything that's not scarfed of its own. Last but not least, Fuegolomoth. Heavy duty boots, as we don't have that defog action, and one drop of stealth rocks kills this thing in half. Quiver Dance, Flamethrower, Psychic, and Giga Drain. Great move coverage, and mainly this was the end game sweeper for my team's action plan. All right, everybody. Enough of the lineups. Let's get to the game. So I start off with Grimmsnarl. He goes into the Lycanroc. I switch out into Mudsdale because I can't take a hit from this thing. Are you kidding me? One close combat, and even behind a Reflect, I'm not even going to survive. So I swap into my physical tank, and he gets out some rocks. So bluffs me, gets out the rocks, and we just trade rocks. So I swap out, and he gets up the Swords Dance, and I was anticipating the spike setup, stuff like that, and I was like, enough of that. So because of this, I get behind a sub just to see if he's going to attack, but he swaps out. So turn 5, Nasty Plot, and he Dracos. So he's down to special attack, and I'm up, so I'm like, I can play this game. Get the minus special defense, and then he hazes. And I've seen this set before. And good on Sean for bringing it, because it kind of stunts me in the last time. It's really sick set, but destroys me here. So Dragalge, MVP of the game. I try and go for another sub. He Toxics, expecting me to switch. And then I just start Nasty Plotting again, just to see if we can try and win this losing battle. And this isn't getting me anywhere. So I get off one more Shadow Ball, and now I'm just like, all right, well, I know you're going to Draco, so switching out to Gabalion. Special tank, and he eats that really well, and I know he's going to switch, so I go into Stone Edge to try and hit anything. First miss of the game. Sets up, I do a Volt Switch, and that does a lot of damage, so I just go straight into Dank Hook. And DC, boom, and we're up 5-0, feeling good. Switch into Jester Molester. He Kims in with the Savali, nice nicknames, and multi-attack. That smacks. So I need to swap out. I need him at least one more time for a screen or a sucker punch. So I go into my physical tank, and Ponyboy eats that. So I know he's going to swap, and I'm thinking Earthquake's going to hit everything except Zapdos. And of course he goes into Zapdos. Smart play by him. So he goes for the Thunderous Kick to take down my defense, but because of stamina, it's back up. So Smackdown, getting him down, and at this point, I realize he's banded, and nothing on my team really wants to take a Thunderous Kick. So I'm just gonna straight up wall this thing and take down the chunky Chocobo. So Ponyboy down to quarter health, feeling good. 6-4 right now. Brings out the Meowstic. I know this thing will just easily kill me, so I go back into my special tank, eats the energy ball, and goes into Savali. I know he's going to switch, so I go for the Volt Switch, and I bring out Crobat. Now, this thing used Psychic Fangs before. Completely crossed my mind. I just didn't even think about that. So I know I'm going to die here, so I just straight up go for another Heat Wave just to get some damage so that Dank Hook can clean up once again. Another Volt Switch in the books, and go back out to Grimmsnarl. So I go for the Sucker Punch, and he Drill Runs, so I'm like, okay, alright. I bring out Heliolisk because I'm like, yo, you're in perfect range for me to kill now. And then I realized Lycanroc was scarfed. And he outspeeds Dank Hook. So Dank Hook just dies, which, good on Sean for bringing the choice scarfed Lycanroc. That thing was a beast. But now I'm thinking, okay, we're 3-3. Like, Mudsdale, you're down to like quarter health. Cabalion, just gonna die. So I'm like, all right, well, time for Volcarona to come in. And I'm thinking here, you know, doing the calc, I can live a drill run, do a quiver dance, and then just go to town and just boom, 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 you know? I go, he gets the crit. I get the burn, and I get the quiver dance. Now, this was just, again, I probably should have just Giga Drained, but he was Choice Scarfed, so I don't know. Like, again, Pokemon, it's a stressful game, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody makes misplays. Everybody, you know, sometimes you miss moves, other times you get crits, you know. Hindsight, probably should have just gone for the straight Giga Drain. And after doing the calc here, I'm thinking, okay, he's burned. I still live if he low roll. Like, if he high rolls, he'll kill me. So I still can get off the Giga Drain. But he high rolls. So he gets that off, and now I'm kind of just stuck here. Maybe I should have swapped. I don't know. Earthquake takes out Lycanroc, and now it's a 2-2 game. Meowstic's coming in. I know she's just going to clean up Ponyboy. And now it's 2-1 for Sean. Cobalt coming in, and we just go straight clicking on the Mega Horn. And now we're down to that 1 versus 1. So, this again, hark back to the team builder.
In hindsight, I wish I brought Zen Headbutt instead of Stone Edge, as you will see.
What is Stone Edge? Like, what is Stone Edge? Why did we bring Stone Edge? Here is where I wish we just brought Zen Headbutt, because looking at this, he gets protected, gets the Black Sludge, Stone Edge, miss. That's number 2. We'll go again, protect. At this point, Stone Edge only has 8 power points, so we got to be conservative. So we go for Stone Edge. We're 1 for 2 now. We hit. But at this point, it's just a losing battle, because we go for Sacred Sword, predicting the protect. 3rd miss. And just not our day, you know? And Dragalge's just a tank. So, I mean, GG's to Sean. Super close game. Like, really close game. Like, well played by you, sir. Definitely a great game. And, you know, a lot of good things to improve on for myself. You know, just a little bit of misplays here and there. And, you know, I think, honestly, that game goes either way. But this time, Lanky Paul took it. So, you know what? It was nice to hit that top spot for a little bit, even if it didn't last too long. Coming up next, week 5 action. The rest of our regular season schedule is pretty tough, actually. So the fact that we managed to scrape by 3 wins and kind of solidify a little bit of a top spot is huge. And we get to see ourselves playing next against the Pompous Pikachus. And then after that, we play against the Kindred Kingdras, and finally the Laughlin Laurantis, which, playing them as the last game of the season and knowing that they can do some free agent trades leading up to that is kind of scary, knowing that I may not face that whole team. But first, we got to deal with these Pikachus, who I kind of did dirty in the power rankings initially and rated them dead last. And, you know, Caleb's been doing some nasty things. So we get to see what he's able to do, and looking forward to that next week. So all in all, thank you for watching. This was a hype, super fun game. Keep it saucy and go Raichus! Caleb, your Pikachu is pompous for a reason. I'm the evolved form. And I'm coming for you. That's right. you. And you. Me? Yes. I may be down, but I'm not out. And you bet your ass we're coming for that top spot.